What's up, everyone? Today we're going to be looking at Lyca, the Keeper of Glades. Lyca is one of my personal favorite units in the game, just because I think she's kind of a cute hero. I think she's fun. She does a little bit of everything, and I like champions that can be a little versatile like Lyca. She is a wilder unit, agility-based hero, a ranger class, and technically her primary role according to the game is a buffer. So if we take a look at her ultimate skill, Star Shot, passively, Lyca's attack rating increases by 25% when her health percentage is above 70%, and then active, she shoots arrows horizontally, damaging units and knocking them back. The damage of the skill is increased if the units are on the other side of the battlefield. And so with Star Shot, her attack rating buff is really nice. What you really want to do is get her attacks off sooner in the battlefield, which her kit kind of encourages that to happen anyway, as we'll discuss in a little bit. But basically, because you want her health to be higher, and because units tend to be on the other side of the battlefield earlier in the battle, the sooner she can get her ult off, the more kind of bang for your buck you'll get from her. So Awe, at the beginning of the battle, Lyca gallops on the battlefield and inspires her allies, increasing their haste. So you can see as you level this up, it also restores energy, increases energy restoration, and then it also increases the duration of it. So basically, this is really nice because your allies will get their ults off sooner. So the sooner they can get their ults off, the sooner you can get your ult off, and the sooner you can kind of get things rolling with the CC chains, with the big damage. So she really is like you want to get ahead as soon as possible in the battlefield. Rapid Arrows deals damage by shooting 3 times at the target in quick succession. And basically you level it up, does damage, has life leech, and then it significantly increases the life leech as you level it up. This is just kind of a skill that is nice to have, gives her some damage, gives her some sustainability, but isn't like game breaking by any means. And you can see the percentages right here as far as how much the increases for each level. And then her passive, which is something that is just a really nice buff to have, and something that makes really Lyca really great. So when she's dealing damage to an enemy with her normal attacks or skills, Lyca reduces the target's defense rating by 20% and crit block rate by 10 points for 4 seconds. This effect cannot stack. If the target is being controlled, Lyca deals additional damage for 65% of her attack rating. And then you can see as you level up, increases defense rating penalty, does it again, and then unlocks foes fragility skill upgrade, increases crit block rate. So basically, it makes the other team more fragile, makes them weaker, easier to kill. So this can be kind of nice against certain bosses, certain realm bosses in the game. She's also just having a defense crit block debuff put on enemies is just great in campaign and the tower as well. She's just a great unit that kind of does a little bit of everything. You'll be surprised how much damage she does once you kind of get her built up. But her big thing is increasing allies attack damage, debuffing the other units defenses, crit block, and then kind of adding a little bit of sustainability and damage. And you can actually put her in the front row depending on the other team's comp at times, so she can kind of get hit and then get that ultimate off sooner. It just kind of depends on the comp, but she can kind of be placed anywhere, preferably in the middle and the back, but doesn't have to be there necessarily. Next, let's look at her signature item, Starfall. As you unlock it, increases your allies' attack rating by 10%. While Lyca's alive, same thing, even higher, and then even higher. Except this last one is not attack rating, it's just 20% more damage is done. Lyca's signature item is really great as having that buffer component. She really is a CC'er, buffer, debuffer, and then it does have some damage too, which is nice. She kind of does a lot, especially when you build her out, which is why she's number 4 on most popular list of heroes, because everyone loves what she's offering in the game right now. And so I think if you are building a Lyca, you should definitely build her signature item up. I know right now the resources for this aren't very available, unfortunately, and so even just unlocking the first activation, which has that attack rating buff, can be really nice with Lyca. And so I think it's something that you definitely want to do if you have her, is getting at least that first signature item proc in there. But as you can see, as it goes higher and higher, there is more more bang for your buck in that regard. So something I'm going to start adding to these videos of character or hero kind of explanations is this little page on the game where you can see the unit in action. It just literally goes like this infinitely, but you can see their abilities in slower motion. You can see their ults go off if you haven't seen them before and kind of learn a little bit more about what they do. You can see she just did her ultimate right there where she shot 3 arrows. You can see when she kind of jumps up, that's when she's shooting another arrow. With one of her abilities, I don't remember which one it is, but where she kind of does double shot. So you can kind of get an idea of how she actually operates. But in the actual game, she really thrives in a lot of areas. Great in campaign, great in the forked road, great in arena, great in tower, wilder tower. She's kind of like a really good, like above average, good, great character in most areas of the game. I would say with bossing, her buffs are really nice, but she might not necessarily be the best option. There are better buffing options, but if you have her built out, you could definitely slot her in at this point in Companions. Arena, she's really nice, as I mentioned before, because she can increase the ability haste on your allies, and once you kind of get your abilities off in Arena, a lot of times you will just win the match. So that's another perk of her, but like I said, she can be put in most areas of the game and does pretty well. But that's about it with Lyca. As you know, I like Lyca a lot. Kind of funny. She's a great unit, one of my favorites. I hope this video was helpful for those of you who have built her out. Let me know if you have enjoyed her so far. For those of you who haven't, let me know why not, and if you plan on to. And if you have any recommendations for videos in the future that you want to see, please let me know. I'll be happy to crank one out for you. Some of them might take a little bit longer, but if it's a hero review like this, definitely can take a day or two, and that's about it. So I appreciate y'all for subscribing, for watching. If you want more videos like this, make sure you subscribe below. Peace.